Let's see if I can share it.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast, where we discuss different topics, man, on different things in life that life is happening to us, or for us. Let me say that. But the thing is, we always got to discuss these topics because people need to hear it. You need to hear it. We need to hear it. We all improvement. We all improving on our day-to-day basis. So we really just like to jump on here every Wednesday night at 8:30, just so we can share information with y'all. Hopefully, y'all will understand what we're going through and y'all can relate. So it's always going to be good, but it's always great to have guests. It's always great to have people on to talk about help us discuss these topics. Tonight, we're going to talk about old structure versus new structure. And as everybody know, growing up, we had structure in the household. We had structure every day because your mom made you do something, grandma made you do something. You had to have a chore in the household. So that's what we got going on with these new age kids plus these old kids. So it's all about structure tonight. Y'all know we got Coach KD, Mr. Binary Qualified, and we got Mr. Michael McKeechin. And y'all know, man, we got Alejandro might come on, but he's been chef. He's nominated for the top chef, one of the 225 chefs in the city. So, man, congrats to that, man.
Yep.
It's always good to see black chefs, black men doing what they're supposed to in this society nowadays, man. And that's what we all about. So tonight, like I said, we're talking about old structure versus new structure. And the structure meaning the household, y'all, just to let y'all know, What's happening, Sandra? How you doing? So old structure versus new structure. But KD, what you got going on tonight, man, with this here?
Oh man, it's truly wonderful. Like I say always, it's truly wonderful to be in the land of the living. I'm so glad about it. I'm glad that I am here, and just to think about that that tells me that I could have been gone. During that I could have been gone. I was just merely existing, brother. No goals, no direction. Versus the new. I got a plan. And I got a purpose, and I want to be connected to my purpose, and connected to him. So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm gonna flow with it tonight.
Okay.
I'm glad to be here, be a part of this platform, man. And like I say, it's a reset season. That's where I'm at with it. Whether it's been traditional for you, do something different. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna do something different, man. It's a new season. It's my season, and I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah, that's what's up, Mike. What you got going on down in Florida? In the north. Let me say that, up in the north.
Central part of Florida.
Yeah.
Getting ready for another hurricane, but
wow.
Yo,
it's not gonna happen, Mike. They told us today we supposed to have it, man, by morning. Man, they told me, I looked at the weather, they said it's gonna be 84 and partly cloudy. I say, boy, they don't even know. The weatherman can't predict this stuff down here, bro.
Wow. Florida.
They put you off work. They closing down stuff.
Yeah, they sent everybody home today too.
Yeah. It's the weather. That's Mother Nature.
That's right. Can't tell her how to live.
Nope. You're gonna change up a lot of the way that all of us live eventually.
That's right.
Yeah, man. But this with the structure, what can I say? The structure. I'm just glad I was born in the year that I was born. I got a lot of years behind me, but I appreciate the upbringing that I had because I don't know if I can make it if I'd have been born in the 2000s.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Wrong.
I don't know. I was starting to think maybe it's something in the water. Maybe the infamil that they feeding the kids and stuff, whatever. Something just ain't right. The mentality is so far left. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So just like we talk about, man, that structure, but the structure as far as, hey, Monica, the structure as far as grandma, mama, well, let me say me. I grew up in a household to where in the beginning we didn't have too much, but we always had things, we always had to make sure that we had chores. We had to, mama always made us clean our rooms, take out the garbage, wash the dishes, things like that. nowadays we don't see too much of that, you know, in certain households. You know, let me say that because not all households are the same.
Right.
But at the same time, my mom, she used to write down on a piece of paper, you know, hey, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, who's doing dishes on what day? You know, nowadays they don't even do that no more. You know what I'm saying? We used to have like me right now, I'm still to this day, man. I got me a calendar. And each month I always put on there God first. Put God first. At the beginning of each month. I always do that at the beginning of each on the first row. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I write down what am I doing that day? Am I going to such and such house? I'll be at such and such house. I started this job on this day. I got paid for the job on this day and the amount I got paid. So that way I can know the amount of money that I made for that month because I look at the days of the week I look at the days that I got paid. And you know, it trickles down into the stream. It's like my two youngest kids, not my older kid, my two youngest ones, they mom write down on the refrigerator, okay, who's washing dishes, take out the trash, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So that kind of structure is still set in my households, you know, because that's where we teach our kids. But a lot of days nowadays, your children don't have to do too much of nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you tell me to do something, oh, mama, wait a minute, who you talking to? I be sitting in houses, man, doing my work, and then I hear some of these kids, I be like, whoa, what you doing? I be saying stuff, and it's like, this not even my house, but I know structure, though. You know, and we have to get back to structure, because if we don't get back to structure, man, we're going to keep being divided.
Yep.
And you know it's time for us to get back together, man, as black people. Man, we used to come together, have parties. Everybody was yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir.
Yeah.
You don't hear that no more, man.
Not at all.
Thank you, please, thank you. Man, my two youngest kids, every time I cook them something, Dad, thank you for the food you cook. It's like, man, you can't even get that kind of gratitude, man, out of a lot of adults these days, let alone some kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of this right here, man, is to talk about structure so we can get that infiltrated back into our heads, man. Get that back into our systems of beliefs. Because without structure, everybody's at a rate. We're going to do what we want to do. Oh, I do what I want to do. I don't have to do this. No, you have to do that.
Yes.
You have to.
That's exactly what's happening with the kids. The parents are accepting them as they are, and instead of instilling a plan or
right.
a norm at the house. So that norm has to be presented to the child or the kid, because you can tell they ain't getting it because they're bringing out into the opening. Like my mom used to say, you know, when you leave this house, you representing us, the darling. You representing our family. You know, what you do out there is going to tell what we doing here with you at the house, you know. So that's big, and we're losing that. What it is our parents are being more of a friend to these kids.
Right.
I ain't your friend. I ain't your best friend. I ain't your homie.
Right.
You know, that's where that structure is failing.
Yeah.
That is faulting. You know, and if we don't grasp a hold of it, those kids are our next leaders. You know.
Yeah.
They're our next leaders, and all is not going to go well if we don't take hold to it now. You know, and it starts at the home. You know, with these parents who's just letting it go by the wayside. Don't be afraid to upset your child, because they're gonna be upset about some things you say or do. Mm-hmm. But it's imperative that you do it so they can understand this is where it goes. When they go out into the world, they ain't gonna be able to do what they want to do. That's why we end up in jail. That's why some of them end up in jail, because they think they can do what they want to do. There's some ways of life that you have to walk or present yourself, or understand that is a way of life. In society, you have to present yourself a certain way. You know, they got a law up here now that the young men can't. It's $25 if they catch you with your pants sagging.
Oh,
it's
that's what's up.
South Carolina if they catch you with your pants sagging. You know what I'm saying? So that's I like that law because they need to present themselves in the correct way. I understand you have freedom of speech, freedom. You know, you want to represent whatever you represent, but still, you know, there's a way that you have to present yourself to society.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm glad about it. Today, I'm a productive citizen. You know, at one point I could say I wasn't.
Right.
I could say I wasn't. That's part of that old for me. You know, when I say old versus new, I got a new way of life. I'm transformed, you know, and all because, you know, I made a conscious decision to be better. I took initiative to be better, you know. Right. So that's where I'm going with it, man. You know, these kids and the parents, you know, whether how they came up or not. However way they came up with their parent in the home or without a parent in the home, regardless, you know right from wrong, and you know what should be done or how a child should react or act, you know. And I think it's important that we as men, we can't be afraid to instill in a neighbor how to act as a young man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we say, "Oh man, they ain't my kid," you know, or "Oh man, they ain't gonna listen." Sometimes we still got to say it.
Yeah. Anyway,
and they hear it, you know, whether they do it or don't. Sometimes you can't control the next person, but I feel our job is to instill it or present it in the right way, because they may not know. We may be the only person that they see that tell them the right way.
Yeah. No, and that's for real, bro.
It's true. Yeah, a lot of the stuff is coming from this, where the parents, they want to make a deal with the kid. They want them to do something, or they tell them to do something, and they're like, well, if you do this, I'll give you this. Yeah. I'm like, you can't bargain with them. They're your kids. Why would you even want to bargain with them? You tell them what to do, and they do it. If they don't do it, they get punished.
Yeah.
It's like
right now, even with their grades, they think that they supposed to get something.
Reward.
Their grades, that's your job to make good grades right now.
Yeah.
It's my job to come to school and teach you, or my job to go to work. It's your job to go to school and make good grades. That's what they don't understand that.
I like that. Just like Icky Johnson say, quit doing things for a reward. Looking for a reward. Quit doing things looking for the reward. Because if you keep that in your mindset, you're going to think that every time you do something good, you're going to get a reward. And it's like you got to do the things you need to do for love. Just because, like, I had made a reel one time to where I was talking about, I don't do what I do. I don't remodel for, I got to see how much money I'm going to make. I know I'm going to make the money because I'm going to give you the best quality that I can give you.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen in restaurants, from what I've seen in high-end buildings, I'm going to give you the best quality. That's like I'm doing work for a lady right now. She done tipped me everything. Every time I did a project for her, she tipping me. I'm like, you don't have to do that. She said, you doing some good work.
Yeah.
Because of the structure that I had growing up, my mama always made me go back and do it again.
Right.
Oh, you writing sloppy. No, you writing sloppy. You know, who would ever thought penmanship would have been, you know, the thing to make a child redo again? Right. But my mom had that instilled in my head. No, that is not your best writing. I've seen you write before.
Wow.
So it's all about what you instill in these children as youngsters. Like my grandson. I got some boxing gloves. I got boxing gloves, and he put them on air when he came down here. He live in Chicago, but he come down, he put the boxing gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa,
thing, right?
Grandpa, you know what I'm saying? He knew exactly what to do. So it's like you have to understand when we instill in these children, we have to make sure that we instill in positivity, teach them why you doing this. It's like I used to whoop my daughter. One of my daughters, I whoop her and I talk to her and I ask her, two of them, the two that grew up together. I whooped them and I asked them, okay, what'd you get a whooping for? This was when they was 3 and 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to understand why you're getting the whooping. See, that's part of the structure that you can understand. Hey man, okay, that was my bag then, Daddy. That's why I got the whooping.
That's it.
So you put that quality in their head when they're young, you know, and then we can get some better results when they get older.
Right.
That's right. They got to understand that, you know, what they do now is and then I don't even really think it's an age limit. You know, every decision they make from when they can make a decision going to affect them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you're 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, when they make a decision, it's going to affect them. So we got to teach them to make correct, positive decisions. That's going to direct their path in a positive way. You know, and another thing is being an example. You know, being able to make a decision in front of them and let them see why you made that decision, and let them understand, like, you're going to cross this path, youngin'. You're going to cross this path. What you going to do when you cross this path? Like, a lot of times we want to, when life show up, we want to just sweep it under the rug, or we don't want to face it. Sometimes we got to face it right then and there, you know, make a conscious decision to do what's going to benefit the family, benefit us. See, we can't be selfish. I can remember. I'm telling you, man, I can remember being selfish.
Yes, yes. And it's a lot of these kids now, they selfish, brother.
Yeah. That's why, you know, when I go to the classroom sometimes, man, I know some, they may be hungry and may not, but I have little snacks for them available. You get this, you know, not every time they don't get a reward, but a lot of times, if you get all this work done, you could get on your, you know, you could chill on the side and eat a snack. You know, little things like that. You know, that I show them that you got to do something, and every decision you make going to affect how you move and where you're going to go from here.
Right. Yeah, but don't even put the snack in it. Just let them sit down. Hey, okay, check this out. Like when we was growing up, the teacher would always say, okay, you can put your head down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You done first? Put your head down. You can get you some rest.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know?
That's why I say you can't do that snack every time, because like you say, they're going to think they owed that.
Right, right.
They expect it.
Exactly.
Worst part, when they keep expecting to get something for nothing. I mean, if you do what you're supposed to do, your reward comes from, I got straight A's this time because I did the work.
Yeah.
That's your reward.
The reward is the A's.
You do this and all of a sudden, well, I got this for you at the end. Or like when your kids, like if you got the money and your kids graduate in school, they graduate with a 4.0 GPA and you buy them a car at the end. That they earn.
Right.
Ain't like you just giving them something. They earned that by
they put in the work. They did the study. They read the books. Yeah. And I definitely understand that part right there, because, you know, like my mom, she gave me a car when I graduated, so I was cool with that, because it was hard for me to graduate. Well, I went to summer school. To get out that place, man. I was figuring it out, boy. Hey, man. My life growing up, man, we was wearing fur coats in the 10th, 11th grade, bro.
Yeah.
We had big you know, we were doing that's when the big dookie roast was out. You run by somebody, snatch the chain, and you put the chain on. It was like, you know, it was real live TV where I grew up at, man. We didn't even watch TV. It would go outside. You want to see something live? Go outside.
We had started triple fat goo.
Yeah, you know what? We didn't do that in the South. We just had Troop. We had a nice leather jacket because in Texas, in Dallas rather, we grew up on that West Coast style. We was more of a, we thought we was pimping. We thought we was doing our thing, you know. It was all about the flash. You know, we was doing silk suits and valleys and stuff like that.
Okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? We thought we was Dougie Fresh and Dana Dane. Yeah, man. We had but we still had structure though, man. We still couldn't go to Miss Johnson's house and not speak. You walking down the street, you gotta speak.
Yeah.
One of my partners' mama would say, "You ain't sleep with me last night."
Exactly.
And make you sleep and make you speak.
Yeah.
I would whoop you. And take
man.
your mom and daddy if you out there cussing and acting a fool.
You know it.
Y'all remember the old saying, right? It takes a village to raise a child.
That's right.
That's the problem. We don't have a village no more.
They took the village out to play.
Say the wrong thing to my child. Now they want to fight. Now they out there acting a fool. The parents. It don't make any sense.
Yeah. So I got a question. So when you look at old structure and new structure, right?
Yeah.
You think there's some old structure that you had to get away from in order to walk in this new? Is there any kind of structure that wasn't beneficial to you now, or all of it was good? Or I'm thinking of structure like tradition. Is there any old tradition that?
No, but that's not tradition. That's structure though. Tradition is something like, you know, a way of thinking. You know, I guess it kind of go hand in hand, but structure. Well, basically what I'm thinking about when we say structure, you still have to put down the foundation.
There you go.
You still have to put down a foundation before you build any house. Don't you?
Yeah.
So we got to keep certain structures in place. We have to keep certain, like they said, manners, morals, values. We still have to keep certain structures in place.
But the thing about it, like even with a house, you have new structural material, you know, different structural material.
But the fundamentals are still the same.
Right.
Yeah. You can't build a house on sand because it will fall.
You still got the same fundamentals.
Yeah.
You can have new structure, but you got to keep the fundamentals.
Okay.
It
won't work without the fundamentals. It won't work.
Yeah. And you know, Kev, partly to answer your question, you know, our structure began with going to church. The problem is that would be the thing that I would change because we were in church more than we were at home. But then we go to church and we're learning about how we're supposed to act. And the same people that are teaching us how we're supposed to act, they start gossiping about their girlfriends and stuff. Then you start seeing that stuff. Then after a while, it's like, why am I going to church? You're doing the same the people over here do that don't go to church doing.
Right.
And you start to question that. So now when you start questioning that part of the structure, that throws the whole game off.
Well, you know, more men done left the church. Men don't go to church no more.
Right.
But why?
It was always like that.
Well, I feel like this right here. Men don't go to church because we see these new pastors. See, they tried to change their structure like you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
These new pastors tried to change the structure. That's why you got T.D. Jakes as one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got this new young kid, Keon Henderson. He's coming up. He's a great one. Michael Todd. See, these it's some new ones that's giving you that same old school structure. You got to have that old school fundamental structure to where we're not in the church talking about nobody. We're not in the pastor gonna call you out on that gossiping.
That's right.
Just like Kenny called him out. Kenny was on one Saturday, I think he was on, but he was more or less like talking about, hey man, y'all don't come up here with all that gossip. Shantae even said it. We don't want to hear y'all problems.
Right.
Don't come in here with that gossiping. Because you have to realize in network marketing, This is not like a 9-to-5 job. Network marketing, you're in business by yourself, but not, I mean, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So therefore, don't look at this like we clocking in at 8 o'clock and clocking out at 4:30. Right. Don't look at it like that. In network marketing, you have to look at it as, how can I create? How can I advance? How can I establish a team? How can we build it? Because you're going to have a structure, and you got to have a system. You got to have that same old system that's been working for the old network marketers, Miss Dorothy Cook, for the Kenny Lloyd. You have to keep the same structure in order to build a foundation that's going to get you somewhere. Now, you can add some stuff, but you got to have that same foundation, though. Your foundation cannot switch, change. You can't do nothing else but that.
Right. You got to know the basics. It's like, if you don't know the basics, then that is your foundation. If you don't know the basics of anything, it don't matter how far you try to go, you're going to fail.
Yeah.
See, when I was teaching, I used to teach karate and taekwondo and stuff, right? I had students, I would be just training, doing my own stuff. I'm throwing jump kicks and spin kicks and all this real flashy stuff, right? But then the people coming in off the street, they see that, no, I want to learn how to do that. Okay, then let me show you. I'm starting with the basics, and they're like, oh, well, no, I want to learn how to do what you were doing. Like, this is, you want to learn it, you learn it this. Because every kick, like taekwondo, 123 different kicking techniques based off of 4 kicks.
Right.
Press is just a jump, a spin, or something like that. But it's only 4 base, well, actually it's only 3. And that's front kick, roundhouse kick, and a side kick. Everything, jumping, you flying, or whatever. But if you can't get those 3 down, you can't get none of it.
Right.
So you're always going to fail. And I have one student messed up her back trying to do it their own way.
Right.
Found and messed the disc up, had to have a back surgery. I'm like, I tried to teach you the way to do it, but you want to let somebody else show you
because just like the I can't even see who that is. My laptop messed up, but says this generation is built different because they want that instant, they want that microwave. Yeah. They just like you talking about that. They want to learn the jump kick, the twist, and all this, and you ain't even learned how to dribble. That's like somebody trying to come in the game. Oh, I'm a dunk between my leg. You ain't even learned how to dribble yet. Right. How you gonna do a crossover if you don't even know how to dribble? So we got to keep that old school structure. We got to keep some old school values, some old school morals. Because if we don't keep that old school moral and value system that we really stuck together and that we really accomplished some things on, we're gonna still have that united. Everybody's gonna be divided. Everybody's gonna still be divided because ain't nobody listening no more. Everybody's listening to respond. They're not listening to digest what the person is saying. They're not listening to digest and then regurgitate it something positive back to the masses.
Right.
They're not.
Exactly.
You got to remain teachable, because if you can't receive the teaching, you can't build from what you already know. Like you starting out with the foundation. In order to build, you continue to receive and you build, and that's how we get dimension after dimension. That's how elevation comes, because you're receiving what's being poured into you, and that's how you become on the next level. You level up from.
But just like you're saying now, but if you got to have the core values though,
right? The foundation.
Now you can add some spice to it. That's just like basketball. You dribbling, just like Michael said with the kicking. You from 4 kicks, you can do all these other things, but you got to have those 4 kicks down packed in your head. You got to have that down to a science first. That's like dribbling the ball.
That's the foundation I'm speaking about, right? You're gonna have that, but what I'm saying is, don't be afraid to think outside of the box. Though once you have that, that's how you become different. That's how you elevate.
Right.
you've thought outside the box. You've incorporated. So when somebody teaching me, I receive it, right? I receive it, and I make sure I get that, right? And that's inside of me. And in order for me to flourish and to build, I open my mindset. I open my mind. And I start creating content on top of that. And that's how I begin to build. That's what I'm saying. You still got the foundation, what they gave you, right? So it's like I give to my offensive line. I give them 3 or 4 techniques. First you got to get in position. You got to, your stance is that's your foundation. How you being able to be moved, and then you got to be able to fan block, pass block, run block. You get what I'm saying? Once you know those, then you incorporate the agilities and the jumping jacks and all that help you to expand on your technique.
Right.
Yeah, but see what I'm saying is when we're teaching them,
we
always have to go back to the beginning.
Exactly.
It's like when a kid is born, first thing they do once they get off of their back and start moving around is they crawl. Once they can crawl, then they start testing it out, standing up, trying to walk. Once they start walking and they get their confidence, then they try running. Now, thinking outside the box, like you said, Kev, the next step would be jumping.
Before they can walk. They would try to jump before they can walk.
Right, but either way, you still got to start from the beginning. You have to start from the beginning, and once you got that basics down, thinking outside of the box comes that much easier. Because you can't come up with new ideas if you ain't got the basics right.
I like this comment. I don't mean to cut you off, Mike. I like this comment right here. Some people are afraid of failure. It frightens them to the point that they won't even try it again and accept that defeat.
That's true. That's very true.
That is that right there, it went a long way.
Yeah.
Because that's this society that we living in.
That's right.
They don't want to keep on. It's like I tell my son, you have to put your work out on the internet so people can give you that critique, so you can hear those criticisms, so you can hear that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's right. Hey man, my son got a book. He done wrote a whole book. So I told him, he got it broke down. I told him to put out the first chapter just to see what somebody's gonna say. Don't hold out, well, I'm not done with it yet, Dad. No, don't hold it, because that's not gonna be the only book you're gonna write.
Right.
Give them something to read so that they can give you, oh, no, I didn't like that part. Oh, this part could have been different. Oh, that. So you still have to give them the foundation of what you giving them, first of all.
Right.
And then let them go from there. My daughter, she wrote she's an artist. She put her pictures on the internet. I mean, she got her Instagram page, bro. She getting like 3,000 views, 3,000 likes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's these new characters that they got out. You know what I'm saying? She draws them new characters, and she took from what she see from the new characters, she created her own character.
Wow. That's something. That's amazing, these young kids, man. Like two of my daughters got the entrepreneur already. You know, one of them do lashes and the other one do braids, and they artists.
Right.
Right. They are now, and you know,
because that was the foundation at the house they grew up in.
Yeah.
Your mama got to braid your hair, or your cousin finna come by and braid your hair.
That's it.
Now, okay, we got to take that to the next level. Now I got to get my own shop.
That's it.
But family values. Let me say that family values, family structure has to be implemented in the household.
That's right. And it's okay to be an entrepreneur. That's what we taught. It's okay. Yeah, get your books, but like my daughter, she entrepreneur 17. The other one, 25, got her own shop. You know what I'm saying? So but they see it. My wife, entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? My grandma was an entrepreneur all the way up to 99.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Multiple businesses. That's
Right.
what we saw. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. I got a cousin own business, 2 aunts and a sister own tax business. You know, that's what we do over here. But you got to be able to understand the process. So one of the things I got down, proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you prepare well, you present well.
Peace. Mm-hmm.
Prepare well, you present well. You get what I'm saying? You got to present and show what you got.
Yeah.
Show what your capabilities. You gonna show that? You gonna blast that? You know what I'm saying? That's part of the new structure. You know what I'm saying? Show them what I can do. That's what the social media is. That's what I use it for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like multiple things. You know, positivity. That's where we got to come from, man. We can't just sit back on it, you know, and let it be known. You know, we got to understand that we must have a plan. Go through the process in order to get to the product. You get what I'm saying? If we don't write it down and make a plan about it and be prepared for the process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that we can't run when the process comes. We can't what's the word? Bout face? Turn the other way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can't do that when the process show up. Be ready to go through the process in order to get to your goal. You know?
Yeah. What may seem weird to others will be the very thing people needed.
Out the box.
You thought outside of the box, man.
Mm-hmm.
That thinking and creativity will take you further than your imagination. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about as far as it's like you still got to keep the foundation, but once you think outside the box and you give it to the people, they're gonna be like, oh wow. They're like Tim Hardaway, the first one to do the crossover.
Yeah.
Then Isaiah want to do the crossover. Then Jordan. Then AI, he come in and he do it totally different.
Perfected it, ain't it?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He put his spin on it, but it was still a crossover.
But see, that's what I'm saying, man. My dad taught me to paint at 12 years old, man.
Okay.
He still paint right now at 77, right?
Right.
But how about I told him, hey, man, the student that showed up. The student that showed up, thank you. Thank you for teaching me at 12 years old, but I'm over 45 now. I can show you something.
Yeah.
He don't want to believe that, but it's a true story. So he taught me how to lay the brush in there. But you know what I'm saying? I taught him the different textures of paint. Not really taught him, but show him, man. Look here, man. We could go with it. We could go with a semi-gloss in the bathroom now. Ain't always got to be satin. You know, something like that. Stuff like that. You know, he never want to be his own business. He would work for people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Little jobs for people. But man, look here, man. We're going to put this thing on paper. We're going to be LLC, man. We could do this thing, you know, just roll with me, you know. And he like, wow,
well, the thing is, though, sometimes you can't even talk. Sometimes you got to go ahead and do what you got to do and ask me, okay, since you like working for people, come work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't stop all this. See, the thing about a lot of times we try to explain our vision to people who don't have a vision.
There it is.
We got to keep giving them the fundamentals, keep giving them the core values. Say, check this out. You stick to what you do. You like to paint? Check this out. Don't worry about it. I got a company now.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a part of it? Yes or no?
That's
or
it.
Yes or yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes or yes. You want to be a part of it? Yes or yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we still have to keep the values the same. The structure has to be the same. Like, and so you let him keep his mindset, and you reach him where he's at.
There it is.
Because you think about it, we were all taught, go to school, graduate, get a job. Now just imagine how long he's been taught that if he's 77 now.
Yeah.
That's basically all he knows is to get a job and work for somebody. The
right.
Never crossed his mind to step outside of the box and to start his own business.
That's right.
He just was frightened. You get what I'm saying?
Right. But
you got
next
3
generation.
kids and that's all you know, and you're not used to going out, going and finding commercial jobs or different things like that. That's gonna help provide the way. You know what I'm saying? You want that stability, and that's what we were saying. You get stuck. You be afraid to jump, to get outside that. And I'm glad. And I was pushed into it because I was working at a temp service and they fired me.
Right.
And I was doing plumbing then. I was like, man, I'm a painter anyway. Let me see about a little paint contract down here. And found out, got connected with the guy. He was out of Atlanta, had the paint contract. And I built me a crew, a 25-man crew.
Wow. Nice.
You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing I did. But, things happened. He got messed up in something, and I got let go because he had the contract. And then that's when I said, hey, man, look, let me go get my cell phone paper where I can get these kind of contracts.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then, like, man, some tips for you to, I forgot his name, man. His name is Tracy or something like that. I forgot his name. But he gave me, I looked up some tips that he had as far as just like planning your day. Because every day we have to plan, every day we have to put that structure in there every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's more like plan your day the night before, write everything down that's from the most important to the least important, and then as soon as you find all that out, when you wake up and you get started, you go ahead and do it, and you do it until you finish. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we get distracted because we're not off into that, we off into this microwave society to where we just like, okay, if it ain't done in 5 minutes, I don't want to keep doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, thank you. We appreciate you for even joining in. We appreciate you. Say we needed this conversation. Thank God for this anointed platform and the men of valor. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we gonna stand for something because we ain't gonna fall for anything. You hear me?
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you for tuning in every week and being a part of this, because it's definitely time that we get these conversations out there. Like I tell people all the time, I might not be the one to change the world, but at least I want to put something on your mind that you might change the world, or the next youngster might change the world, whatever, however it go. Yeah. But if we don't have these type of conversations, we'll never hear it, or we'll hear it, but we won't hear it like this.
Right.
Because see, a lot of times you got these big time scholars, or you got people who got a brain cell that's more powerful than the average person, and they're not gonna talk like we talk.
No.
They're not gonna give it to you in a lame, in the ebonics terms, or just in regular old, English. Yeah. They might be speaking in words that you got to go look up. Let me write that. What he said, right? Let me write that down. When I got to go look that up.
Everyday life, man. Life gonna show up, man.
Yeah, life definitely gonna show up. So we always have to. I'ma always give it to you like if I was just like in your neighborhood, your brother, because I went to college for about a semester.
Wow.
And I told my mom I'm not a college kind of guy, Mom. Monica. Yeah, because you a Facebook user on here.
Hey, Monica.
Yeah. Hey, that's for real. But we gotta we definitely gotta keep this going. We definitely gotta keep more great topics, because we have to really start thinking about where we're headed in our lives. Not just saying, oh, I'm gonna get a better job. Not just saying, oh, I gotta get me some more money. We got to get back to that structure of say, man, do things because you love to do them. You know what I'm saying? We got to do stuff because we love to do it. Like my man Van gonna work out every day.
There it is.
He gonna show you he working out. He gonna, it's like keep read another one. He gonna work out every day.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got to get back to the core values of fundamentals of the moral system, the value system. What are you going to bring to the table that's going to create something that's going to have somebody like, damn, I ain't even look at it like that.
That's right.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Just like Monica said, man, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
You know, so we got to have that type of system to where we got like core values. We got to have these type of systems put in place.
Mm-hmm.
Even in your household, if y'all listening, put up a big old calendar and write down everything that you have to do for that month. And make sure you put your kids' chores on there. If your grandkids living with you, make sure you put that so they can see it before they go outside.
That's right.
Do your homework before you go outside.
That's
Don't go outside and then come back at 7 in the morning. We doing homework before you go to school.
No, it don't work like that.
Nope.
We got to get back to the old values and the old system of when you get in, get that homework done.
Take them school clothes off, get that homework done, and then you could go outside if
you finish on time. Because you got to be in the house at a certain time.
That's right.
And we done lost that, man. We done lost a lot of that, man. That's why we got these young cats listening to these cats telling about shooting and killing. Because soon as they come in, boy, get out my face.
Yeah.
Soon as they come in, hey, man, I want to hear that. I done had a bad day.
You're right.
We got to get out of our emotions. We got to get out of our feelings. If my mama had a bad day, only way I would know it if she sat in her room 5 minutes too long.
Wow.
When we came in the house, she was always pacing. Well, not pacing, but walking around doing her thing and making sure that we were doing our thing.
That's it.
You go in your room and you think you're finna close the door, boom, she coming right in. Hey, where you work at? Let me see your folder. We don't even have to see our kids' folders no more because we done lost that structure. We done lost our value system. We done lost that, man. Ask them kids, say, where your folder at? Let me see what the teacher done put in there.
That's
you
it.
know, call up to the school, how my kids doing? Call up to the school. Ain't nothing wrong with calling the school to check on your kids.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. My mama used to call, man, my mama best friend was a teacher. So all my mama had to do was call up, girl, what's going on? John say, yeah, they know first name. So Carol and them say they straight. He's straight. He know what he's supposed. Oh, okay. You know, you got to get into them type of systems to where you checking up on your kids like you check up on them if they was going to a friend's house.
Yeah.
That's it.
But that's the thing nowadays. It's just not being done. Even at going to a friend's house. I'm going to visit my friend. Parents half the time don't know where they at. Got no clue.
Yep, that violence everywhere.
Yeah, violence everywhere. New Orleans, you might be just hearing about it in New Orleans, but trust me.
Yeah.
Miami, they done got new first 48s now, so they still got a lot of unsolved crimes around here. They still got a lot of unsolved everything, man.
We got Richard County live. They go live. The police go right around with the video now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got it live now, but we'll keep you lifted up in prayer down there in Baton Rouge. But like I say, it's the whole country, whole United States, man. I mean, I've had a chance to travel a little bit as of late, and it's crime everywhere, and it's business everywhere. Believe that.
I like this right here, Van. Van say, man, his daughter hated him always at her school. But now she can appreciate it. But now she can appreciate it because for the simple fact she see what's going on in school. They carrying guns. They bringing guns to school. Daddy, I'm glad you here.
That's right.
This little boy next to me, he got a gun in his backpack. You know what I'm saying? You got DC, boy. You know that's where the wire was shot at. Yeah, man. The wire ain't dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that DMV area is still live.
That's right.
And Chicago, they still live. I got 2 daughters in Chicago. Man, they still live.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, Baltimore is serious, man.
That structure makes a difference. That structure makes a difference. What you stand for, how you run your household, what you allow in your home, what you allow your kids to look at and listen to. You know, all that's included in structure. Right. The whole structure is our foundation. What our ancestors, our grandparents, and our parents taught us, but we supposed to not transform, but bring that old structure into this new structure, keeping the foundation, and adding a spark to it, a spice to it.
Yeah.
Creating some content that's gonna help level it out for today's time. That's what I believe.
That's it.
The why was lightweight.
What that is?
Kiki talk about the why was lightweight. There's no whole bar in these schools these days. Yeah,
we got a metal detector in front of ours before you walk in.
Boy, that's hey man. Yes, you know, Louisiana, New Orleans and Louisiana, they was off the chain back in the day. It was the murder capital of the world at one point.
Yeah.
Especially when Hurricane Katrina came through.
Yeah, and then they all got displaced and went to different areas in the U.S., man. That
was killing, robbing, shooting, stabbing, whatever they could do to survive, because it's like, y'all done took my home away.
Yeah.
I can't even rebuild that home because they done shut our city down. Yeah.
One thing I did look up, but as I was doing research on this topic a little bit, I saw something where it said, still be faithful in a place when it looked like it ain't working out.
Yeah.
I think I want to share that, because a lot of times we think that old structure don't work out.
That's what we was talking about earlier today. Before the live.
But
I didn't have the faith. I let my faith slip.
That's it.
And I'm always big on faith.
That's right. We got to remain faithful, man. Even though it didn't work out, I will work it well. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if it ain't looking right, I'm still gonna work it, make it work. You
right.
know, like being stewards, we got to steward well.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So he's giving you your business. He's giving me my business. He's giving us multiple businesses, right? Yeah. We have to be stewards over that business because it's still his.
And know that it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
That part, man. Like,
know that it's going to work.
Man, I'm telling you that when I understood that, when I ain't made that, get back to basics of spraying. That's right.
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hey, go get that switch off that tree.
Hey, pick your own poison.
What?
For real.
Go get the switch.
And then go back and get a second one if it ain't big enough.
If it ain't big enough, do you want me to go get the switch?
Yep.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, my old man had a water hose. A water hose with splits on the end, man. Go mess up in his yard. Mess up in his yard too.
Hey, boy, that was the day. That was back in the day, man. That was some real structure right there. Yeah. That's when you used to get some structure up out this world.
Oh yeah.
Because just like we was talking about earlier, Miss Johnson can beat you up.
That's it.
Me and one of my best friends, man, when we was growing up, man, we stole his mama car, went to the mall, hung out at the arcade. Boy, we get back to the house. She like, boy, where is my car? It wasn't no cell phone. So you just back there, you wait, you get back to the house. You like, oh, wait a minute. The porch light wasn't on when we left, dog. His mama beat us, and then I got to the house. I got another whoop.
That's right. Yeah.
It wasn't nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nah.
Look how it all turned out. And that's what the problem is. I remember when they started talking about you disciplining your kid is child abuse, and the kid talking about, I'll call the cops on you.
Yeah.
That's when it started to go downhill.
Call him.
That
Hey,
moment.
they used to say call him over here.
And wait for the cop to get there and then. Now, here, go ahead, take me.
Nah, man. One of my daughters tried that. My daughter tried that with me, boy. I gave her the phone. I said, when they get here, boy, I'm gonna beat you again.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna beat you again when they get here so they can see. So if I'm gonna go to jail, I'm gonna go to jail for a reason.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then when I get out of jail, I'm gonna beat you again.
Mm-hmm.
So you make up your mind, because your daddy don't care about that jailhouse. Yeah. I go down there and tell them what I'm gonna do. Everything believe. That community discipline do need to come back.
That's right.
But you know, I guess I can say this right here though, man. I guess it's around the people that you're around too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the community of people that I hang with, I can chastise. I ain't gonna whoop them, but I can say something to their kids. Like when I see them mess, hey, what you doing? I don't care how old if they 20. I'm still able to say something because the parent knows I'm giving it to them from a great heart. I ain't just trying to mess with your child because your child is yours and I don't like kids or something. Everybody who deal with me, who hang with me, know if I say something to your kid, they was out of line.
Mm-hmm.
You know? He can say them teachers were feared back then, but not now. These kids ain't scared of nothing. They scared of somebody.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, they scared of somebody. You just got to be the right somebody. That's all. If you the right somebody, they gonna look at you a second because you gotta. It's a language. See, y'all. A lot of people don't realize you can be like me. Like I tell you a long time ago, I used to carry a gun everywhere I went. I ain't care if I was at church, the grocery store, wherever I went. I had the pistol. So if you know how to carry a pistol for, say, 10 to 12 years, when you don't have a pistol, you still got that pistol mentality.
Come on.
And it's not even the fact of I gotta say something. I can look at them boys right in their eyes and be like, yeah, all right. They gonna think I got a big gun. But these teachers nowadays, they normal. Unless you got one of these man teachers who did do some crazy stuff growing up.
Yep.
You know, you got some woman teachers who did some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, respect is not honored no more, especially in our seniors and authorities in charge. Well, the thing about these authorities, they got to be the right. They got to be you. It's like I was listening to a talk show the other morning. They was like, they need to put the police who grew up in the neighborhood in that district.
That's what. Hey, guess what? We just did that.
You can't put a scared white man in a neighborhood where he don't even understand our core values.
Right.
Yes, we got an old gang cop at the school now.
Yeah,
so make the difference, bro.
It makes a difference because they can relate.
Power move. We did that. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Ain't going on now, boy.
No, because they understand.
Just for that.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, you telling a white woman to teach a whole bunch of black women how to be women. White woman, you don't know how to be the woman we had to be.
Right.
How does that work? We trying to figure out ways to structure our children and structure our communities to where we don't even need the police over here. We're gonna police ourselves.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to hear that one. Cross-cultural opinions.
Well, we don't have enough cross-cultural. We don't have enough cross-cultural. We deal with too much of us on this platform and even in our business.
Right.
In our society nowadays. So it's like we can't even really cross-culture no more. You know, South Carolina, I don't know what y'all got up there, but in Miami, you either Latino or you black.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
White people don't come around. If the white people around here, they poor white people.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I stay in an all Spanish community. I'm talking about, bro, half of my neighbors don't speak English and they not even trying.
Wow.
but will sit up here and walk out the door and straight go to talking to me like I can understand them.
Wow.
I'm talking about all I do is this right here, KD. I be like this. Yeah, man. Say, all right, I'll holler at you in a minute. I'm finna go to Mucho Trabajo. I gotta go work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What?
What, man?
Yeah.
Man, I used to have the landlord, he was like 77. He gone to a home now. They had to get rid of him because he was missing money. But that man used to come up and just start talking to me and pointing and doing this. I'd be like, yeah, all right, Silvio.
Yeah. Wow.
But they stuck on what they stuck on. They got core values on, hey man, this is my language. I'm not changing for you, him, her, that, this or that.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
When I was working for this contractor, this company called Liberty, I was a foreman, and they used to send these day workers over, and one of them told me, say, man, this is Miami, I ain't got to speak English.
Wow.
He knew English, but he told me he was steady talking. He told me, I don't understand.
Oh,
when
wow.
I told him he was gonna go home, he said, I don't have to speak English. This is Miami.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then walked off from me. I say, yeah, y'all gotta come get him. I don't need him.
Yeah. Wow.
No, he told me because he seen me as a black man, and you know, the white people, that's where they learn from, that black people ain't nothing.
Wow.
Right.
When we the ones who built America.
Come on.
I'm not from Africa, ain't none of my family from Africa. So I'm not an African American. I'm an American.
Right.
We built this place. America is ours. You can't tell me to go back home when your mama and them from Europe.
Right.
Where you going? Like Farrakhan say, if you gonna tell me to go back, where is you gonna go?
Yeah.
If we tell you to go back.
Wow.
So you gotta remember, man, we gotta stand tall on our business, business, keep our core values in alignment with one another like we used to have.
Uh-huh.
And then just keep on executing, man. We have to keep executing because we Americans. When we get that in our head that, hey man, we not an Afro-American. I ain't never been African. I don't even know what it looks like. I got African friends on the internet though.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I don't know nothing about Africa.
When I lived in Germany, I met a lot of African people over there. They don't like American blacks. Cannot stand us. So America told me, oh, I want to go back to Africa. Why? You're going to go over there and they're going to treat you just like the white people treat you here.
They're going to treat you worse because they're going to say that you're lost.
Yeah.
You don't even know what's your nationality, what's your tribe.
Exactly.
That's like gang culture over there. It's gang culture over there. You know?
It is.
This the Mbutu tribe. You can't come to Mbutu tribe and think you finna tell them people how you, hey, I'm African American. Man, if you don't get your, they're gonna look at you like, what?
You'd rather be out.
Man, we don't take care of yours. It's still the same racism everywhere you go in America, in the world. I ain't even say America.
Yes.
In the world. So we have to stand tall on structure. We have to get those big calendars back out and write down everything we got to do. Everybody in that household has a job to do in that household. If you live with one or more persons, you have to get you a big calendar, write all what everybody's job is in that household, and keep that same old family core values, that structured foundation.
Yeah. That's it.
Because if we don't do that, once we leave the house, now Junebug and them down the street gonna have your son or your daughter doing what they want them to do.
That's it.
Teach your kids at the house, hey man, this is what we doing. If you go outside of that, you go outside of these guidelines, partner, I'm gonna let them people come grab. They gonna take you to jail. My mama divorced me while I was in prison. She said, baby, this is my last time coming to see you. I just want you to know. Yeah.
That part.
She said, I'm not going to even send you no more money.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll write you a letter, though.
Yeah.
I write to a letter.
That's a bad feeling, boy, when you're in there, boy.
Yeah.
Man, look at Smooth. We gonna go a little bit longer. Smooth, what's going on, Smooth?
Smooth.
Yo.
Oh, we gonna go a little longer. Boy, you done came on.
Hey, look, fellas, I apologize. I must got the time zones mixed up or something. I thought it was 9:30 my time.
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30. Yeah, I thought it was not. I thought the time. I thought 8:30 your time was 9:30 my time. You know, we got so many different people.
We all on Eastern.
Hey, look, Charlie to my head, man. Charlie to my head, man. I don't know. Look,
Shot of valet, man.
Take a shot at the valet.
Take a shot of valet. That mental clarity. There it is.
Yeah, man.
It works if you work it.
Look, I'm yelling at everybody like, look, man, I got to get on Elite Mancast at 9:30. I done told the dog not to follow me downstairs. I'm about to get listen. Look, I'm thinking I'm doing something. I'm like, damn, I'm only a few minutes late. I look on here and it say that y'all been live for an hour and 5 minutes.
An hour and 5 minutes, man.
Lord have mercy. Now I feel like the girl from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now I feel like I'm really tardy for the party. You know what I'm saying? I feel real tardy for the party.
Yeah, man. He missed his flair. Yeah, he missed his flair.
Hold on. Hey, Keith. One thing about it though, I stay strapped.
You stay strapped.
Okay.
They look. They say I missed it. They say I missed the flare.
Yeah. Wait,
But
so
look,
you gonna show them what it is,
Look,
pop it anyway. Pop it anyway.
There you go. Open it up. He say he open it up. That make it do what it do.
Woo. It's gonna be a good job tonight. It's gonna be a good job tonight.
Straight like that.
hey, but you know, I appreciate you brothers, man, inviting me on, man. You know, y'all know I'm big fans of all of y'all, man, and I follow you guys, man. I really appreciate the insight that you offer everybody, not just us brothers, but you know what I'm saying, the insight that you offer the ladies as well, man. I really appreciate all three of you brothers, man. And that's from the bottom of my heart, man. You know, I don't think as men, you know, we don't express our gratitude towards other brothers enough. You know what I'm saying? And I love the title, the old versus the new. That structure, that could be the structure of your feelings. That could be the structure of, you know, your upbringing, whatever the case may be. And I think, man, you know, we've been trained and programmed to be so hardened to, you know, the simplest things, just exchanging the greeting or exchanging the pleasantry. So, you know what I'm saying? I like to let everybody know that, man, there's real men out here and they watching 4 real men on the screen in front of them. And, you know, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So I greatly appreciate you guys, man.
Man, we appreciate you, man. So next week, 8:30, we on Eastern time, brother. All of us.
Look, man. Hey, I'll make sure I'm on time, man. I'll make sure I'm on time. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I had a lot going on today, man. I was trying to squeeze everything in, man. And
no, it's all wonderful, man. I appreciate you for even being there, man. You came in. I don't care if it was 5 minutes till you showed up.
Hey, we got to show up to the spot, man. You know.
Yeah.
Hey,
our other co-host, he'll come on 10 minutes after the show, before the show is over, because he's working. You know, he's a top chef out there, so you know it's all good. Ain't nothing love. We do love black men coming together once again, man.
Yeah. And I think I think it's too little. I think it's too little of this, man. That's going on. It's too little of this, and we even talked about it. You know, when we was in Houston, man, we gotta we gotta find a way to not just have it to be lip service. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds good, but we gotta have it in a way. Somebody gotta be the first through the door, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta be the first through the door, and you know why not us four? Why not us five? You know why not us 10? You know, the brothers that we was able to fellowship with and that we connected to, you know, we can do it. You know, we got the strength, we got the fortitude, we damn sure got the intellect. Ain't none of us scared of nothing. So we got the bravado, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, only thing really left to do it, man, is to just put, you know, put it in motion. You know?
Put it in motion.
Yeah, man. She talking about go on tour. That damn Monica, where we gonna go on tour? We got.
I guess the first stop would be New Orleans. She wanted the first stop to be New Orleans. She wanted us to come to New Orleans, baby. I
got some travel points. I'll come down there.
Yeah, we got to go to New Orleans anyway, man. New Orleans.
Yeah, we gotta go down to
Nola. Yeah, we got Kiki. Oh, my bad. Kiki, we'll come to Baton Rouge.
We'll come down to the booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make that. Hey, that might not be a bad idea, man. Take this show on the road. I mean, you know.
Hey, baby, you know it. And then we can all be in one setting. We ain't got to be sitting around up here in different time zones. Well, we in all the same time zone, but different cities. Yeah.
Oak Cliff, man. I recognize a pot shot when I hear one, man. I recognize.
Say, I ain't to the Cliff. Hey, I know you. Say, hey, Ron. I know you used to hearing them gunshots, so I kind of figured you would catch that one.
Yeah, you walk around with that loaded clip, man. You just firing shots all over the place. I'll make sure my ass on time next week.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Yeah.
It ain't no fun. It ain't no fun when you're an hour and 5 minutes late to the party.
Party to the party.
Say, man, but y'all know, man, it's always a good time, man. But so next week we gonna have Mr. Ronald Smoot on, so he can tell us about the event. Now, y'all know he got an event coming up this weekend in the DMV. So y'all definitely, if y'all in the DMV area, y'all come on to the event. Ronald, tell them where it's gonna be at.
All right, so this is going to be our second event in the DMV area. Of course, in partnership with Tava Lifestyle, an amazing team that we on. And we just taking a moniker, man, that we learned about and that the ladies was able to enjoy when we all was in Houston, and that's just falling in love with yourself again. And you know, that just basically means to make the time and take the time to love yourself. You know, if you haven't done so lately or recently, we giving you the opportunity to do that on Saturday 10 a.m. The location will be disclosed via inbox so that I can send you the invite link. But if you follow me, I already dropped the location in my story anyway. But you know, for the folks that haven't got a chance to see it, we will start probably at 10 a.m. We're not trying to accommodate anyone's day. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're gonna be in and out just to provide you with some tools to get in the mindset that your health matters. Your health can transition and turn into wealth. It's all about the value that you place on it, you know. And we just want to expose folks to the fact that our validation shouldn't rest or lie in someone else's hand. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to validate ourselves on a daily basis, and we should have the fortitude and the strength not to allow anyone to devalue us or devalue our business. So we're gonna give you all of that, you know, this coming Saturday. So, you know, if you're in the DMV area, man, slide through, inbox me, get the location. I send you the free invite link. All you gotta do is register. We'll make sure we got a table for you.
Already, that's what I'm talking about. So y'all already know, man, to the next time, to the next week, 8:30, 8:30 next Wednesday, we're gonna be on again and doing the same thing.
And what we do, that's what we do.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Till next time.
All right. Y'all